All right, Shalom. Let's start off by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rucha Kudash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, whom Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai set up to guide the election of the nation of Israel. And of course, Shalom to the elect, starting with the 144,000 and the great multitude that believe in the words of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. And this lesson is going to touch on this movie here entitled Spotlight. Okay, it's a good movie. It basically goes into a team of journalists that expose the PDF files, okay, the pedophilia that goes on in the Roman Catholic Church, okay, in Boston, okay, and basically this sect is a hub of pedophilia, okay, all right, and it is the false prophet that the scriptures speak about in the book of Revelation, okay. That is the Roman Catholic Church, all right. So good movie once again, okay. um and I want to bring out some statistics that are mentioned in this movie, okay, about the amount of pedophilia that goes on, okay. And that all goes into revealing who the wicked is, because who's at the head of the Roman Catholic Church. They're Edomites, okay, and it's a satanic sect, okay. And it just shows the true nature of these Edomites, man, okay. It is a hub for pedophilia, okay. All right, so I asked the AI, what statistics did the movie Spotlight bring about the numbers of pedophile priests in the Catholic Church, okay, that are present in the city, okay. It says in the movie Spotlight, several key statistics and figures are presented regarding the number and percentage of pedophile priests within the Catholic Church, specifically focusing on the city of Boston. It says the 6% statistics, a central figure provided by psychotherapist and former priest Richard Sipe, is that approximately 6% of all priests are pedophiles who have actively abused children, okay. It says it's the estimated number in Boston based on this 6% figure and the approximately 1,500 priests in the Boston Archdiocese. At the time, the film estimates there would be roughly 90 abusive priests in the city, which is a high number, okay? All right? They're saying 90, okay, or of the priests are PDF files, okay? They like to play with little children, with little boys, okay? It says initial findings vs final count. The investigative team initially looked into a small group of 13 priests based on early evidence. Okay, so they started by finding 13 priests that were PDF files. Okay, it says as the research progressed using church directories, they compiled a list of 87 priests, often referred to as the 87, who had suspicious patterns of leave and reassignment. So that's how that sect would cover up those scandals. Okay, they would make these priests leave their church and be reassigned somewhere else, okay, and continue that pattern of being pedophiles, man. I'm speaking straight, man, okay. All right, so what is that doing? That's justifying the wicked, okay. You're not executing judgment upon these abominable acts, which proves that they are not backed by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. They don't worship Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, but they actually worship Satan, okay. This is a satanic cult, okay, and they do satanic rituals, okay. It says by the end of the investigation depicted in the film, the team found evidence suggesting that more than 249 priests in the Boston Archdiocese had been accused of sexual abuse. Okay, so instead of fixing the problem, what did they do? They relocate those PDF files, man. Okay, okay. Other psychological findings, Sipe also claims in the movie that only 50% of Catholic priests actually remain celibate, with the rest engaged in various sexual behaviors that the church's culture of secrecy helps to hide. Okay, so there you go. Right, so it's a cult. They have a culture of secrecy, and it shows that in the movie, how they have sealed documents. Okay, they try not to reveal the acts that the priests do. Okay, and their victims. Okay, but regardless, okay, that information came out because once again, that all goes into the revelation, the revealing rather of these Edomites. Okay, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, and verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see them shall flee away. Right, so Esau is being revealed by his own too. Okay, all right, you know, he's being revealed. Okay, all right, let's go to the book of, right, because well, even in the movie it shows you in the credits how there's numerous cases throughout the whole world. Okay, so it's not just in Boston. Okay, no, it's throughout the whole world. This is an epidemic that's going on. Okay, and it's covered up. Okay, because it is a satanic sect and it is part of this wicked system. Okay, this beast system. Okay, because the scriptures speak about the false prophet. Okay, in the book of Revelation 16 and 13, it says, "And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet." Okay, now this is speaking of the different sects of this beast system. Okay, you have the you have the financial sect, okay, which is in London, which really controls America. That's why they're also known as the London Connections, because these elite banking families are based out of London. The Rothschilds, so on and so forth. Okay, Warburgs, the Barings. Okay, so that's the financial sect of this beast system. You also have the military sect. Okay, the military sect is Babylon the Great, America. Okay, specifically in Washington D.C. Okay, that's the military sect of this beast system. Okay, and the third sect is the Roman Catholic Church. That's the religious sect. Okay, okay, and it has immense amount of power. Okay, all right. So these are the three, like I said, the three unclean spirits like frogs coming out of the mouth of the dragon. Okay, this beast system. Okay. All right. So it's all being exposed, man. Okay. So I also asked the chat, how much money did the Roman Catholic Church invest in covering up these acts? Okay. It says estimating the total global investment in covering up or settling sexual abuse cases is difficult because the Catholic Church operates as a decentralized network of independent dioceses, and many international settlements remain private. Okay, because it's all hidden, man. However, documented figures from major regions indicate that the total cost exceeds several billion dollars. Okay, all right. So it's a lot of money that they invest in hiding this wickedness. Okay. All right. So instead of fixing this, they try to hide it because it's part of their nature. It's part of their culture. Okay. All right. These are Satanists. Okay. All right. And those are satanic rituals that they do. Okay. They don't worship the true power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay. They actually work for Satan. Okay. All right. When you look at the face of this old pope, there's one pope, man. He looks like the devil himself. uh, Pope Leo. No, not Pope Leo. Pope, let's say 2020. 2019. It was Pope around 2019. No, it wasn't Francis. She looks like a devil too. But let's say 2016. There's a particular Pope, man. Yeah, Benedict. This guy. Look at him, man. Okay. And that hat they're wearing, okay, it goes back to the worship of Dagon. Okay, the fish god. Look at this guy, man. Come on, man. Okay. Those are Satanists. Okay. They work for Satan. Okay. And they're being exposed. Okay. All right. So it reads here: documented costs by region, United States between 2004 and 2023 alone, the U.S. church spent more than 5 billion on allegations of sexual abuse. What about before? Okay, this is in a matter of 9 years, 5 billion on allegations of sexual abuse. So it's a pattern thing. Okay, it's part of their culture. Once again, 75% was paid directly to victims in settlements. 17 went toward attorney fees. 6% was used for support and treatment of accused abusers. Okay. It says before the 2002 Spotlight investigation brought global attention to the crisis. So it is a crisis, okay? All right, but it's not being spoke about often because the power that they have, and it shows that in the movie. Okay, that's something that they don't speak on, man. Okay, so the church frequently used smaller confidential payments to resolve cases quietly. Okay, okay, but through the spirit and power Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay, this has to be exposed. Okay, okay, and it's going to be exposed because the Lord is going to take down that wicked sect. Okay, okay, this is Revelation 19 and verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. Okay, and them that worshipped his image. So they're going to be part in pushing this new world order. Okay, the false prophet, which even during the time of the Ovid, okay, yeah, church is pushing that serum. Okay, that serum that they wanted to put in your body. Okay, which that's the scriptures speak about pouring foreign things in your body, man. Okay, man, they're not supposed to pierce your skin. Okay, it says these both were cast alive into a lake of fire burned with brimstone. Okay, so they're gonna be destroyed. Okay, they're gonna be destroyed. Yahweh Bashim Shai is gonna destroy that wicked sect. Okay, because it's not of his. Okay, this is Revelation 20 verse 10. It says, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet, which is the Roman Catholic Church, are and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Okay, so they're going to be destroyed. Okay, thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so just bringing out this information concerning the information that the movie brought out. Okay, as far as like how many basically how this the Roman Catholic Church is a hub for pedophilia. Okay, and it's a satanic cult. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. We'll end off by giving all praises, honor, and glorification to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Hakudash, that belongs to the apostles, and shalom to the elect.